Merry Christmas, everybody. The day is upon us. You're either doing this Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, or you decided to let it go until probably after the Boxing Day sales. Regardless, course 1 of 5, you and me, maybe get Uncle do number 2, and maybe get your auntie to do course 3. Let's get into it. Let's have a blast. Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's do this. Course 1 of 5, you're gonna head to that box that you loaded into your fridge. You're gonna bring out 1A and 1B. Some people are like, bread's not a course. Oh, I beg to differ, people, beg to differ. Let's open up and see what we got going on here. This is such a simple little course because we give you the element or the pan for you to actually toast this bread up. So, you've got in here 10 pieces of the French baguette. No, I didn't make the baguette. The baguette is from Ace. This is first press olive oil with curcumin. We're just gonna go right down and drizzle this. Try to get it over everything. Now, don't be that person who starts rubbing the oil in with your fingers. Don't. No rubbing, okay? Just pouring. Less is more, okay? Make sure you do the 4-second draining of the container. Done. Give that a little shaky bakey on the bottom. And you're gonna head to your broiler, which you've already turned on because you watched this video at least 3 times before you started cooking. You make sure that broiler is on high and that you have that rack 2 notches down. You're gonna take this, go over to the stove, and you're gonna pop it in. For a professional kitchen, we use the salamander. And we're just gonna drive it right inside, boom. And it is off to the races, the toasting of the bread. You too can do it. I believe in you. So your bread is gonna be becoming golden brown and nice and toasty. It looks gorgeous, right? You're not done. You gotta do this very advanced technique where you flip the bread over. Now, if you have hands of the Virgin Mary, then you must use the tongs. If you have hands of Pablo Picasso, then you can just go ahead and drop them over and get it done. I can't feel anything. I mean, 40 years, no, I can totally feel it. It's warm. Look at that, okay? And back in, and we do it again. And that's about probably 2.5 to no more than 3.5 minutes. And know some electric broiler options have 2 options. They have a low broil and a high broil. Just put it on high broil. It's all about getting it done. And there you go. It is gorgeous, golden. It's got that lovely yellow tinge to it. I like to call this oil the 55 plus olive oil. And why do I say that? Cumin has an active ingredient in it, curcumin, and curcumin is anti-inflammatory. A lot of you are at home who are in the 55 plus crowd and you're like, he's right, I take those. So do I. Very effective in getting the legs to be a little bit more jelly-welly, jiggly-wiggly. And look, gorgeous color on top of it. The smell is amazing. So labneh, it's 10 people. Some of you have never had labneh before. What is labneh? Labneh, Lebanese sour cream. I kind of call it the Cheater's version of creme fraiche. It's a double sour cream. So we're just gonna put these down. And you kind of just want to make a flute line or a pull line on your board. And the reason you want to have that is so you can take the garnish, which is beets, sweet potatoes, parsley, toasted cumin, and salt. And you're just going to drop that down. Look at the, like, have I figured out fall colors or what? Look at that. Have I figured out the colors of a cold winter day? I have, because that's pretty heartwarming. So, as long as the bread's not burning your fingers, your fingies, just go ahead and put 2 down on each end, and then put 1 alternating each end. And then look at all this oil in here. There's tons of it. And the reason you wanted that little well is so you can go ahead and put your oil down. Now, will you get all the oil down? No. Do you want to kind of put it in a little pot on the side so you have, oh, you know what? I take it back. Look at this. I'm like the measurement king. Have some little bread and butter knives, so everybody has one so they can go in on themselves and grab what they need to go on top of there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what a festive dinner beginnings is all about. Little labneh, little sweet potato, little cumin, little Middle Eastern. Happy, happy. First one down. Heading off from course 1 into course 2, you want to head to the kitchen and you're going to grab 2A and 2B. This is a heirloom carrot, cabbage, red cabbage salad with duck confit. A lot of earthy flavors, fall, winter flavors going on here. We have, let's just get right into it. The big flavor profile in here is the apple cider and maple syrup dressing. We have some black rice or forbidden rice. It's certainly not Canadian, but it's still black for the Blackie. Pickled cranberries, Canadiana for sure. We pop this into the kit, although it's not described, for a little bit of salt profile, a little bit of our hickory smoked feta. We have some charred pickled turmeric pearl onions. In this container here, in 2A, you kind of have the main principal elements of what's going on. So I always try to do these kits so that you're not really creating a disaster in your kitchen that takes you 2 hours to clean it all up. For those that are doing this for the first time, remember the box that came, you probably threw it in the garage. Go get it, bring it back, put all your recyclables in there. That way at the end of the night, you can just pop them into the garage and you're off to the races. What I need you to do right now is bring these guys out. We're going to use this as the mixing station. And the mixing station is going to first comprise of these roasted carrots, and we're going to drop those in. And what we want to do with the carrots is first just take a little bit of the dressing, give it a little shake. Very skilled technical challenges here for you. Then you're going to just take a little bit of the dressing, maybe about a third of the container, pop it over. You're now at the office. You do the little shake. Look over at somebody. What are you looking at? Yeah, whatever. I make my own food. All right, so you've got some purples, some orange, you've got yellow, you've got all sorts of colors in here, and it will vary on the day when you get yours based on what's in seasonality coming towards us. But you just kind of want to haphazardly put these carrots down and spread them across the width of all 5 plates. Now, if there's only 3 of you, then just put enough to carry you forward for this course. You know your fill level. Let's be honest, most of us don't, and we overportion. So maybe just pull back a little bit. But as you can see, it worked perfect. Now, we're going to take the duck confit, and we kind of crispy fried that for you. It's always good to try to eat a little bit when you're cooking. It kind of gets you in the mood. You know, it's kind of like breathing when you're exercising. It's the same idea. So we're going to take the dressing and we're going to napiage into there. Some more. We're going to take our container. I'm going to pop that down. This is kind of like a composed salad. Shake it, baby. All right. Pop it open. Little carrot in there. And what you're going to do, if this is all mixed up nice, and if it hasn't, just go in with your hands. Go right here, pop it down. Go to the next one, pop it down. And we're going to spread this across all 5 plates, and you can see there is more than enough for 5 people here. In fact, it would be a safe argument that it's been very generous, the chef Blackie today. So, popping down, the duck confit is the next one. I didn't want to toss it in the dressing. You could if you wanted to, but I'm trying to kind of keep that textural crispiness going on, making sure everybody's got some of the duck confit. Don't leave any behind. It's not worth it. You're just going to get complaints, and then your Google score will go down. Are you ready? Feta cheese, black rice, pickled cranberries, turmeric pearl onions. Let's finish this off. So, the best way to do this is to actually get the white to punch up. So to punch up things, and what I mean by that is, if we put the white down now, it'll make the other garnish elements pop higher. Watch. Let me just move right across the bandwidth of everything going on here. Killer. And then we're going to come in with the black rice. And you just want to sprinkle it. There's probably a little more than we need here. So you might see that your container's a little less, because honestly, look how much I have left. So it's always great about doing these demos, these walkthrough demos, is we kind of get to validate our portioning. And if there's an adjustment to be made, it's not that we're being cheap, it's just that we're wanting to make sure that you get the right amount of food, but that you are not getting so much food that it's excessive, all right? So there we go, that's that. And then we're finishing off with the pickled pearl onion. So you can see, again, wonderful, festive, fall, winter colors here coming through and through. You can't ask for a more changing of the seasons, changing of the guard. I mean, would you have the time to put this together for yourself? I don't think so. I love it, and I can be rest assured for you at home, you should have about a third left of the dressing where you can just do a little drizzle down on the plate. I mean, look at that. We did not use any containers in your kitchen. This can all go into the recycle bin. I hope that whoever is eating with you watched you put that together, because you are the chef. You are my Padme. As many of you know, I have traveled extensively globally, and I've also embraced cultures of different cuisines around the world. And one that's very close to my heart is Southern Asia, Malaysia. I've been many times, and I decided this year to kind of change things up for our festive dinners, be that Thanksgiving or Christmas, that I would feature a laksa. Laksas are spiced, curried, coconut-based soups that are done with fatty noodles and usually have shrimp, chicken in them. And in this case here, what we have here is a yellow curry coconut soup, which is over on the side. And for everybody at home, you want to go grab container 3A, 3B, and 3C. Now, 3A I already have in the pot, but here's what I want to show you, and I added a little bit of water. There's always the thickness of the coconut cream that goes to the bottom, so you want to like mix that up with some water and add it to your broth, all right? Very key important. Remember, this is cardboard, have that shipped off to your recycling for the cardboard. In container 3B, we have some thinly sliced pickled cucumber. We have still festive, baby. It's turkey confit, the leg. And in here we have some roasted corn, and we have the fat rice stick noodles, or the thick rice stick noodles. We're just gonna pop that into this pan here. And it's a little untraditional what I'm doing here, because what I'm trying to do is not only expedite your process of putting this soup together, but more importantly, give you that restaurant feel that you need to have, okay? Crispy fried wontons here. Choose the bowl of your choice. It's the holidays. And with the holidays comes a beautiful table. So make the effort and do an underliner for your soup. Just to get a little cocktail napkin, put it down, line it all up. You'll see that we're going to have more than enough. You will need tongs in this case here. These noodles are only been soaked in cold water. They do need a bit of broth to kind of wake them up a little bit. So what I generally do is I'm just going to come in with my broth. And I'm going to put about half of it down. And I'm going to let this kind of stew out so I can cook the noodle out. And that process here is about less than 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes with the turkey confit. So we just kind of want to bring the heat up on that. And I'm up on a medium-high flame now, so almost like a 7 on 10. This can just stay on a simmer level. Your pickles you'll have as a garnish, which will include the crispy wonton. Chef, if you haven't had a drink yet, it's time to get into it. Whether you do a mocktail or you go for the, I mean, here, this, I'd be having like a glass of wine, something crisp, something fresh coming out of probably Spain or Portugal, a Vino Verde, or maybe something just good old classic. Nothing wrong with a Chardonnay here. In any case, let's come in here. See this, how long that's been? Those noodles are already breaking down. And we kind of want that to happen because the big thing about noodles in a soup that some people freak out about, but they somehow don't freak out about it when it's in a chicken noodle soup. But when you have the noodles like this, it's about, I don't want to suck on it, chef, and it comes out and it hits me in the side of the face. Well, it won't, because what we're doing here is we're making sure that these are soft and pliable and biteable, chewable. So that's it. They are now broken down. So what I generally will do is I will drain out my noodle of the soup. Just be patient and let it drain. And why do you want to do this part? Woo! Nearly totally lost the plot there, chef. Okay. Kill your flame, and we're going to go for assembly. And assembly is straightforward. We have all of this noodle, so you basically want to come in, be patient, drop your noodle into each cup. You don't need a lot, just enough to get a little exciting, a little different. I love traditional meals, but I also love a little excitement and a little newness always integrated somewhere. I hope you agree. And once you get this in your mouth, the agreement will become so much more. So we've got a bit of the broth left over. I'm going to snag that back in. We'll whack out, and then we've got our broth ready to go. I even got myself a little ladle. And now we're just going to divvy the laksa broth amongst them all. And we're just going to go a good solid 4-ounce ladle of broth going down on every one. And look at this. I still have tons left. So just go back. This bowl does not need to be filled to the top. This isn't about volume. This is about taste profile. Hold on. All right. The crispy wontons in the cup, you're just going to come in, and you want to do this when everybody's sitting down. Get them to sit down because you want to have that texture of the wonton in the cup. And I'm a little short at the end, but that's okay. It's not the first time I've done that in my life. We're going to come back over and boom. And then the pickles, there should be enough for 3 per bowl. There we go. And it looks like Chef Matt has been super generous. I might even have enough for 4. Oh yeah, we do. You've got enough. You want that kind of like sour pickle cutting against the crispiness with the yellow curry. It's got spice, but again, Spice, if you know me in the restaurant and you know me in these videos, isn't about maiming you. It isn't about breaking you. It's just about remaking you and bringing you up to a level of flavor that you can sit back and look at your better half or all of your half and say, that, Chef Blackie, is a laksa, Malaysian curried soup with noodles. Happy holidays. Hey everybody, we are on course 4. After this it's dessert, so this is all like the main climax of this incredible dinner. We're doing turkey. You want to bring out containers 4A, 4B, and 4C. 4C is the gravy, already headed out. Look at that, you see that? Already got some in there. I've already taken the liberty of bringing that up to heat, and I've already taken the liberty of heating the mashed potatoes, which I'll show you how that all works. So open up your containers 4A and 4B. On your stovetop, you want to have 2 burners going. You want to get them up on full flame, and you want to bring that flame down to about a 5.5. So with all these 2 elements being cooked in the frying pans, you want to go to the other container and you have some butter and vegetable oil. You just want to hold back the butter and put the vegetable oil into both frying pans. I'm going to give that no less than about 35 seconds for the oil to heat up. You don't want to put food in a cold pan. That's how you guarantee it'll stick. Cranberry sauce, you get a 4-ounce container. As you can see, I've already had these beautiful little baby ramekins where I filled up with a cranberry compote. That's all sorted. We've got a little 2-ounce container, of caper cream sauce, which we're going to use for the green beans. So we are kind of on the way to get going here. We want to heat up our turkey and we want to heat up our beans. So frying pans. You can kind of see that things are hot in here because look what the oil's done. It is completely, on this one, this pan is hotter than this one, so I'm going to bring this one up a little bit more, and that one up a little bit more, and I think we're kind of there to go. So I can tell that the turkey pan's good to go. You hear it? 3, 4, 5. Onions and beans, down you go. Let them lie all out. Everything's great. So, if you have an extra burner, you want to do your potatoes like this. And what I did was I took a little bit of that oil and butter into the frying pan. I threw the potato in cold. And I basically just worked it until it got to the point where it is now, where it's warm through and through, and it's completely stick-free. Fantastic. We're good there. And we've got our gravy, which I've just brought up to temperature, again, on a flame of like half medium. Number 5, just brought that up to full temperature. Gravy, potatoes, done. Move this one out of the way. Slide our plates forward. You can kind of hear the octave changing over here in the cooking. So we're going to drop a butter knob in there and a butter knob into that one, 2 cubes. You can see things are really starting to get going now. Going to take my tongs and I'm just going to come right in and I'm going to pinch over on both. First with the beans. You don't have to do it that way. If you just want to go like this, play it safe, do it. You can see that's up. I'm going to bring that back down to around a 4. And the turkey, all right, so the stuffing is inside and the breast meat is on the outside. You're going to see varying sizes of these, but that one's way too small. That one's like, what's happening, chef? I get it. Don't worry. I got you. Okay, we're going to plate. Are you ready? Let's do it. We're going right to the mashed potato. And I'm just going to take my spoon and we're going to divvy this up between 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if you're only a family of 4, you can just do 4 and then you have a backup for that uncle that wants it, right? These are ready to go. They do not take a lot of time. One little technique I didn't do it, so I'm going to show you now. Bring your flame down a little bit. And if you got a little water around, just come in and do a little Santa Maria la Balabalola. And what we're just doing there is just making sure we're locking in all the moist heat into the turkey Valentine. So here, a little flip over. Everything's looking great. This is gorgeous. Let's come right in. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In comes the beans. So the beans finish off with a little caper cream reduction. That's just to bring some kind of boom-boo, a little bit of flavor profile. Okay, and then bring your beans over, and if you can, just kind of like tuck them in between the cranberry sauce and the other. Tuck it down. Lots of green beans. Make sure you're the judge at the table. Finish your dinner. Eat your green beans. They're good for you. Who cares if they taste like green? Eat it. So make sure you divvy that up. Don't have any leftovers. Make them all eat it. It's great. The cream with the caper and the lemon. Woo, so good. Turn off your stove. We're coming in with the gravy. If you have a gravy boat, awesome. You've got more than enough here. So I'm just going to do 3 tablespoons of sauce over the top, going over that mashed potato. Look at this. And look at that. You got more than enough gravy there to put it in a gravy boat. You can have one of your team, one of your family members, send the gravy boat into the kitchen, and look at this. Wow. We've got it all going on, peeps. The only thing I'm missing is you sitting down on the dining room table. Happy holidays. Last course, course 5, super simple. This is an apple rhubarb sultana raisin crisp. We're doing it with this espresso mallow ice cream inside the cup. Now, this will be inside the container. We just had a little packing issue. We'll get that resolved. This is a little crushed mallow done with some dragon fruit and raspberry, freeze-dried. Sexy little garnish, nice little texture going on here. The simplicity of this dessert is, and I'm just going to open this up so you can see this, is you're going to, depending on which way you want to go. So if you have a conventional oven, that means you don't have a fan in it. You're going to put this in that oven at 350, and you're going to let it cook out for 12 minutes. It'll be warm, but it's not going to be lava. If you have a convection with a fan, put the fan on high, set it to 295 and let it go for 15 minutes. It'll be, again, piping hot, gorgeous. And if you want, you can take this cardboard cover lid off so you can get some more toastiness onto the top of the crumble, okay? We've already gone ahead and heated this up. It's gorgeous. It's already been out of the oven for like 15, 20 minutes, and it's pretty warm even for chefs busted hands with with so much nerve damage in it, I can't feel anything. Get yourself set up with 5 dishes. You can either do this table side or you can just set it up in the kitchen. So look, you're just gonna come in with your spoon and you're gonna scoop this crumble up, put it down into each dish, all right? There is no right way or wrong way, but what the best thing about a good crumble and a good crisp is having sufficient topping. And oh, is this good. This is a dessert worthy of the festive season. It's all that heartwarming flavors, cinnamon, sugar, the sultanas, the rhubarb, the apple. So we're just gonna top it all down. Everybody gets a good dose. As you can see, this is far more than generous. And then we've got our last one here. Just some more of the oat. There we go. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna just get a scoop of this ice cream out. So just have a spoon, warm water, go inside your container, and you're just gonna scoop out a nice pop of the ice cream. 1, 2, so this is vanilla ice cream base with liquid marshmallow and espresso. Just to kind of get you all ramped up. So if you forgot to open some presents or you're ready to pop another bottle of wine, you're all good to go, whichever route you're going as you celebrate the holidays with your loved ones. You're all down, you're good, and then you're just gonna come in, put this garnish down. Look at this. You know, I can't wait to have this dinner. And I don't know about you, I might just order this for Thanksgiving and then do it again for Christmas. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thanks for joining us here at nextfood.ca. Stay tuned. If you don't subscribe to us, please do. I've always got something tucked up my sleeve, making it for you, making it for your family. Happy holidays, everyone.